really? Was there a game on? Was that what you call a game? Joe Montana's time, they were getting fucking clothesline back there as a quarterback.
Yes.
And he still won 4 Super Bowls. You get a fucking whiff and you're crying?
Yeah. We live in a fucking society.
It's one
we live in a society, man. Play by the fucking rules, dude.
There was nothing super about that Sunday.
Stick around, 'cause I am coming back. And I know someday I'm gonna make it big.
Talk about shit we talk about anyway. Just
seriously.
That's the plan. That's the dream. But anyway, all right, let's get to the show.
Guys on the floor above him.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what about Benji? Can we put him on the second floor too?
He's been there from the beginning, hasn't he?
Benji?
Little later.
No, he...
well, I mean, not the very, very beginning, but like he was definitely in Private Parts and all that.
I don't know if Benji was in Private Parts. You're thinking of Baba Booey.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Baba Booey.
He was either...
Yeah, I think you're on.
Oh, am I? Oh, yeah.
Right
at
Private Parts or right after. Like the movie part. Not. He was like late... I think Benji showed up late 90s.
Yeah, I agree.
Very late 90s.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Baba Booey, yeah.
Yeah, Gary
Pretty
Delabate.
sure he was still there when Jackie was there, so that's late 90s.
Yeah.
When did Jackie leave?
2000, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, he was the first guy that he teamed up with.
No, he was
Fred Norris.
Fred, that's what I mean, Fred. I was thinking Fred.
Fred is a genius, dude.
He's still there, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Why would he leave? He's a millionaire by just hitching his tail to Howard.
Well, that was the thing. Howard takes care of his people. He's real loyal.
Yeah.
They said that in the movie.
Well, and everybody talks shit, like the guys who have left him and screwed him over. Like they're always like, nah, but it's like look at the rest of his crew. They've stuck with him.
Robin has.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Delabate.
Yeah.
Like most of his guys have been there with him for a long fucking time. The only people that left are the people that like fucked him over or got jealous or did something.
Or just pissed. Yeah, just
he always
off
took
Howard.
care of his guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a sense of loyalty for sure.
And that's why they take care of him.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know?
Shows the shit. And now fucking SiriusXM just bought Pandora, so they're fucking...
Oh, did they really?
Fuck yeah, dude.
I read an article today. You're talking about companies buying companies. They were like, there was an article about Apple trying to... it was a financial... Somebody from Harvard or something like that was talking about the next step for Apple if they're trying to get into the streaming service. Instead of just buying a little company, they should just straight out buy Netflix for $189 billion.
Yeah, that's the one. That's what I was talking about. I seen that before.
Oh, you seen that article too?
Yeah, remember I was telling you like somebody should team up with Netflix or buy Netflix or something like that.
Well, Apple's probably one of the few companies and Amazon that have that cachet to throw down $200 billion. I'm sorry, dollars.
They're gonna have to because like if you look at it, like companies that big. The only way they can keep growing is if they diversify.
Yeah,
it's time to fucking because their products. Let's be honest, they're getting a little lame.
I know.
Apple.
Yeah, they're like
they're everybody caught up, man.
They're just and now it's at the point where they're just complacent. Like I got to get a new phone, and I'm gonna probably just get another Apple iPhone.
Yeah, because your whole infrastructure is Apple.
I've had them since the iPhone 1, and they haven't let me down. The one I have now has been the shittiest one I've ever had.
What do you got?
7.
Yeah, I have the 8. 8's pretty decent.
7 was the only one that was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't
fucking
like
junk.
7. I didn't like my 7.
So I'm going to get the new one, and everybody
You're gonna get the XR or something, whatever.
Yeah. I already ordered it. I should have it soon.
I heard it's good, but some people that are used to the home button get annoyed that it's not there.
Whatever. I'll get used to it. It's a fucking
Yeah, but you're right. To your point, Apple hasn't made a jump in technology in what, 4 iPhones, 5 iPhones ago?
It seems like, to me, it seems like all Apple's doing now, like, they went away from the Steve Jobs model, and I hate to bring that up too. It's like
it's totally true.
It's like
he was innovative. That's why.
Yeah, but it's not even just the innovation. It's like he wasn't all about like necessarily like the cash grab. Like he would do things that you didn't think you necessarily wanted, but then you end up be like, oh yeah, you know what? I do need this,
dude.
Now
that's where the innovation comes in.
but like,
because
and now
the Macintosh was the same way.
This shit, it's like, hey, like the fucking Droid comes out with something. It's like, oh, we're gonna make it like that. And now that I just saw that they announced that they're thinking about taking away the Lightning charger, and that's just gonna fucking piss people off.
They're making money. So the way I see it, Tim Cook's an operations guy.
Yeah.
Right. And he knows how to run companies efficiently and where to make money. He's not a product guy. He's not an innovation guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Jobs probably bought him on, because Jobs was more about innovation, and he needed somebody in his back pocket that wasn't going to fuck him over, but knew the marketing stuff.
Yeah. Well, he's stable. He's a stable. He's tried and true and everything like that. He's going to continue to make money for the company. I mean, the company's worth $1 trillion. I mean,
there's only 2 companies worth $1 trillion, and they're one of them.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous. And if you think about it, though, like they'll do things like cut corners to save on margins, and it's like that.
Why are you doing that? You're worth $1 trillion.
That was the thing. Jobs had this phrase that he got from supposedly, it could be an urban legend, but supposedly his dad said, the back of the cabinetry should be just as nice as the front. Meaning, but some people would say, you're not even going to see it. Put some shit plywood on the back of that chest of drawers or something. And his thing was like, that's why he did the signatures inside the next casing and everything. Like, because all those little nuances accumulate into this factor, like where people go, I don't know what it is, man. I just love this thing.
Yeah, all around I like it.
Yeah, because he's like hitting on little notes that people can't verbalize. But they're like, yeah.
I will say the iWatch the new iWatch is supposed to be really fantastic. I don't have the 4. Series 4 is supposed to be really good.
Brian has a 3.
Supposedly the Series 4 can detect, like, if you're going to have like
it does an EKG and also
and it actually saved a guy's life already. Supposedly, I saw it on the news. I don't know how
it's your doctor.
They need.
It's going to go there. Stuff like that. I watched there was a movie like that. I forget what it was, but it's going to go there. Like Series 5, Series 6, whatever Samsung decides to bring out. It's going to be where it's all like, the iPhone will go away eventually, and it'll all be like a watch, wristband.
Yeah, I
mean,
they're going to probably throw away a lot of the traditional interfaces. It's like it just is too like the idea that I sit in an office and I look out over, 100 people that are in these open floor plan, basically knocked down cube farms, where people are all sitting in front of these 20-inch monitors and clacking away at their keys. Like, that's some ancient, antiquated shit, man.
That's going to be going away.
You shouldn't have to work like that. You should be able to be, work efficiently and get things done and make things matter because of not micromanage, not have this sense. It's like you're like veal is what it is.
Well, that's all going to go away. In 10, 20 years, it's all going to be your jobs, mainly your jobs, going to be all from home. People are going to be working from home.
That's the way it should be.
You don't need to go to the office. I mean, everything can be Skyped, but just imagine what it's like 10, 20 years from now. It's all going to be like, not hologram like Star Wars, but it's going to be something like that, something to that interface where it's not Skyping, but you feel like you're in the room with everybody, but you're really at home.
Yeah. Well, would you have something implanted in your body if it was like, say it was?
I don't know about that.
Direct communication.
I don't know about that because, like, this is all sci-fi-ish, but. What about hacking it? Would it fuck you up?
Like the Alexa
kind of
thing.
Weird. Yeah.
Like the Alexa thing. I got you.
Yeah. Well, we trade on a daily basis convenience for like privacy.
Yeah.
Like the Alexa thing, like you're talking about. People say what's his name? Elon Musk, who said we're already basically cybernetic organisms. We don't go anywhere without our phones.
No, we don't.
So the only thing that's different is that they're not exactly implanted in your body, but they might as well be because they're on your person all the time. When you walk away from it, you get a quick sense of anxiety, like, where's my phone?
Yeah.
And so if that's not a symbiotic relationship, I don't know what is.
No, it's true to a point, but... with all, I don't know. It's just, maybe that's not far fetched down the road, and our kids are going to be like, our kids are going to be like that's like normal to have it implanted in your body, but we're going to be like, what?
Dude, they're already doing white papers, and they have prototypes of mostly for people with disabilities, like someone who's blind,
or they can hear something that attaches, so they
bypass like a damaged optic nerve or a cornea or whatever, a broken eyeball. I'm not a doctor, right? A broken eyeball, and they bypass that shit and are able to transmit images into your brain.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? That's crazy. Could you imagine you're laying down with your eyes closed and you're watching a movie?
Fuck.
That'd be crazy, right?
I'm in, dude.
Yeah.
To that point. To that point.
That's what was so good about that Black Mirror series.
I didn't see it.
Oh, dude, it was all about like if technology went to the nth degree and it got perverse in a little way, you would be like, damn. Like one episode was about you were able to record and play back your memories.
Oh, I don't know if I want to have.
Right? So this dude was like he busted his wife. Spoiler alert. He busted his wife cheating on him. Like he's like, all right, well, let's go back.
Could you erase one?
Well, he goes,
don't want to remember that.
Then you have to erase everybody else's, because they think about it. Everybody's a camera that's been turned on.
Oh, I just don't want to remember, and I'll move. I don't know who you are.
You may erase one, but your wife will be like, hey, dummy, I know you erased chapter 234.00, but this is what you were doing, you dumb fuck.
Well, you can tell me. At least I don't physically remember it.
No, she's going to show you again.
Yeah.
His cock's bigger.
But in this one, it was like you could play it like as almost like a hologram and throw it up on the wall.
Yeah.
And she's playing back this dinner party, and how she was looking at him in one way, but then when she looked at this other dude that he suspected she was cheating on him with, her like posture changed and her face lit up, and there was a longing sort of exchange going on. He's like, that right there, you're fucking cheating on me. But it was good. Anyway, we digress.
Well, as always.
Yeah, so let's get to the show. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Nick, Jon, and Jamie Show. I'm Jon.
Nick.
And I am Jamie.
A healthy Jamie is back in a chair.
I'm good.
You good?
For now, until next week, till one of the kids comes home with something.
I know, they're like little patient zeros.
Yeah, what did I hear? I didn't mean to call you. What did I hear about the next door neighbor's baby?
Oh, so we had everybody over for the Super Bowl party.
And my kids were here. It's like, I just found out today. Like, Shannon's like all pissy about it.
Yeah, well, it's
not pissy, but she's just like,
I know. I was saying the same. It's a pain in the ass, is what it is. And so everything was fine. I mean, we literally had like 9 kids here.
Yeah.
It's the season. You got one day that's minus 12 degrees, one day that's 60 degrees. Kids are kids. Someone's going to get sick. And the sigh is I know that this is the facts of life right now, but I don't want to have to deal with being sick.
Oh, yeah.
And it turns out our next door neighbor had the kids. It's a sin. She was she had croup. So she has croup.
What the fuck is that?
Croup's like a bad bronchial infection.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was either. I asked my wife. I said, "What the fuck is?"
I think they come out and they shit every day.
It could jam you up if you're really little.
Yeah, and I got 2-3 little ones,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like kind of worried about it.
It's like I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't know. I think people need to like sometimes use their head on if they're going to a place with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And their kids have been sick. It's not, the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
No, I agree with you. But she did. I saw a kid yesterday, and it didn't seem.
They
like
all look fine.
No,
did.
that's fine. That's fine. But there's
These
diseases
other ones.
that they can look fine and they're not fine. Like my thing is sometimes you just don't know, right?
Yes, exactly.
But on the occasion, you do know.
Yeah, you should take.
You should be like, I'm not gonna come.
Exactly. You should take. You should take the high road and be like, we live in
100%.
we live in a society here, dude.
Yeah. Well, that was like when I was talking about our friend that has a little girl and takes her to daycare. Every day.
Daycare, you can't win at daycare.
Yeah.
No, this was the woman that was working at the daycare. She's handing her little girl over to her, and as she's handing her over, this girl is like sounds and looks like death warmed over, and is like, "I am so sick."
Yeah,
as she's
flu.
taking the baby off her hands, and she had to go to work. She was like, every fiber of her mom being was like, I can't believe I'm giving my child
I'm
to this
fucking-
asshole.
Yeah, can you be like, can somebody else watch my kid today? She's obviously not feeling good. Why did you come to work?
Exactly. Well, don't be a dick.
We live in a fucking society.
It's one
We live in
thing.
a society, man.
Be
Play by the fucking rules, dude. Like there is rules. Like they're not written down anywhere, but it's like
it's common decency.
Be
Yeah.
a human being, sir. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing with those assholes that don't vaccinate and shit like that.
Washington.
My sister's like that.
It's
I
like
fucking get pissed.
Well, like there's some. Listen, if you do your due diligence and you like, because we had a problem with one of the kids where he got all the vaccinations at once and he got fucked up and fucked his immune system up.
Yeah, don't jam me up.
Now, if you like spread them out,
You're supposed to.
And
That's
like,
what the doctors tell you to
Yeah,
do.
you spread them out and stuff like that, and like you use your fucking head. That's one thing. But if you totally like, we got rid of fucking measles and all that other bullshit, polio.
The measles is breaking out on the West Coast,
Yeah,
dude.
because
People aren't vaccinated.
some fucking asshole took it upon themselves, and then it's everybody else's fucking fault, not your fault, because you're a dipshit that didn't think like back in the 1800s, like we figured some shit out here and we eradicated it, and now we're fucking.
You know
good.
what I love about those people? Are like some of those people are like, God will save my kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God saved. You know how God saved your kids by inventing science.
Yeah.
Science went down the line, and God said, "Here, I'll let you have science. You can create and invent your own shit."
Yeah, it's like
that's what God did for you people.
And like people don't want to go to the doctor and shit. It's like, dude, that's why there is a fucking thing called modern medicine.
Yeah,
And
it's
in
like-
modern medicine, that is why you live past the age of fucking 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Use your fucking brain.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing about amen, JB, amen. But that's the thing. It's like that's why we're all not Cro-Magnons, right? Because we had actually Homo sapien had evolved into a species that had a brain.
Yeah.
That had a brain that could strategize
I'm not
and
sitting
tell
this-
stories and create and make weapons. And what happened to primitive man? They fucking died off.
Yeah. And it took a long time for him to come up with like remedies and stuff like that. We're not sitting in a cave banging a fucking wheel out of a fucking stone.
Yeah.
Use your fucking head.
Oh man, it drives me nuts when people don't get the flu vaccine. I'm like, dude, seriously, I know it's not always 100%, but dude, it helps.
Yeah.
And if everybody gets it, the chance of everybody else not getting it goes up higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like even if you don't want to take it to the flu vaccine, fine. But we're talking like measles, polio, like shit that we shouldn't even be talking about.
Yeah.
All because not one, but multiple dipshits think is a good idea not to get the fucking
Wasn't
shot.
there like a family like last year or something that like had like a couple kids, and one kid died because they didn't vaccinate him on something, and then the other kid their second kid got really sick, and the court ordered them to vaccinate them or get them treatment.
Oh, really?
I forget it. Damn it.
Well,
it's right along the lines of what we're talking about
Yeah.
too. It's pretty horrible.
It's aggravating.
Yeah. It's like
senseless. It's senseless.
It
It,
is.
really is.
Yeah,
and that's the other
people
thing.
are getting tore up on the internet too.
And we live in a society. So not only are you affecting like that, fine. You want to do that to you and your kids, but now you're affecting everybody else because you're a fucking asshole.
Well, think about it. When did the babies get vaccinated for all that stuff? The
Between
whatever.
1 and 3,
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Somebody comes over and they're not vaccinated, and your kid hadn't hit the 1 year mark, and next thing you know, they're infected by this dumb fuck.
I saw something too, like since like these diseases are coming back or whatever, that there could be an issue with like a super version of that because it's coming back, and then they won't be able to the vaccination won't be able to take care of it.
Well, they're already worried about a super version. You weren't here last week, but Aiden had stitches, and the doctor was telling us we usually prescribe antibiotics as soon as you leave, but we don't do that anymore because they're worried about super bugs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's just, you know what, that's just mutation of a disease. But you're right. The longer the disease hangs around, the worse it could be.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we're dealing with diseases at this point that we shouldn't be dealing with.
Dude.
It's not fucking 1850, dickwad.
Dude, fucking 1918, the Spanish flu. Spanish flu, people talk about the bubonic plague and stuff like that. Spanish flu fucked people up, man. It like killed like 30 million people around the world, affected like 50 million. I think it killed like almost 1 million people in the United
bubonic
States.
plague killed about half the world's population. So.
Well, this was a third in 1918.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot of fucking heads, dude.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm not one of those people to like pick out doomsday, but I think more likely something like that will happen before bombs are dropping.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Because there's so many people on this planet. There's so many different germs and shit that just moves around. I mean, I'm surprised something hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, we haven't had one of those scares in a while. Remember, you know, not
The
scares
Ebola
like,
thing like about a year or two ago.
we had Ebola, we had like swine flu, and
But that
Ebola shit scares you. Ever see somebody dying of that? Oh my God.
the reason and
Just
that
tell me.
we didn't necessarily cure that. It was just contained.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I don't
so-
think there is a cure.
No, I don't think there is. Like,
That's
there's
like a stage
there's-
5,
Well, there's a
whatever.
version of it that I don't think there is a cure. There's like a couple different versions of it. One definitely does not have a cure, and they had to fucking contain it.
Dude,
so just think,
there is one that there's immunity. No,
yeah, you
something.
can have an immunity. Some people have an immunity to it.
to the
yes.
one, but the one that's semi-airborne
Magic
is
Johnson.
not. That's AIDS. He cured that years ago.
he'll take on Ebola. What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, whatever, man. That motherfucker.
Yeah.
You got the money, you don't die, dude.
That's right.
I don't even think Steve Jobs died. He probably just went somewhere within the government.
He froze himself.
They did something to him.
But this circles back to we live in a society.
Yes.
Use your fucking heads.
All right, let's get back to the show.
Yeah.
We got off topic today.
Yeah. So, weekend box office. Glass 3 weeks in a row. I saw that M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong had tweeted out that he was really ecstatic that he's got a win under his belt.
And if he really put up $20 million of his own money, I mean, he's taking half those profits. Huh,
Yeah,
buddy?
he's going to be able to keeping the lights on that
200,
big ass.
200 million worldwide.
Yeah, exactly. It did $88 million domestic, and then worldwide, you're right, Nick, it did it exactly 200 and then 246,000.
And I think that movie was properly placed, like at time wise, against.
Yeah, because if you put it up in the
Oh
summer,
yeah, it would have
wouldn't
got
done
fucking
it.
smoked.
Yeah.
Like, say you put that up against like Captain Marvel, that thing would have got fucking
Oh,
smoked.
Captain Marvel, I told you the pre-ticket sales are through the fucking roof.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm sure you wouldn't have done that, but like, you know, like some of these other movies that they plopped out, it's like, dude, you weren't fucking thinking on that one.
Yeah, what was it? The Bumblebee thing?
Yeah.
That was just dumb.
Well, nobody even thought about it. Remember the Nutcracker one that came out?
That was bad, though.
Yeah.
The reviews, the fan reviews.
It felt like it wasn't even in for a week.
But they put it in fucking October.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas thing.
I know.
Dumbasses.
Poor placement is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Exactly what you're talking about.
And second in the box office this weekend, this is the weekend of February 1st to the 3rd, was Kevin Hart's The Upside. Still trailing right behind M. Night. But again, here's a good movie. I have not seen it. It's running 4 weeks in a row. It was number one the first week it came out, and then it's been trailing behind Glass.
It's still there, though. It probably made its budget, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, its budget was $37 million, and right now it's looking at about $75 million domestic.
Ching ching. That's the money.
Yeah, and it's not like $100 million budget.
Again, it was rightfully placed. It was in a good spot.
Good
yeah,
timing.
fuck the Academy, Kevin Hart says. He throws up them fucking deuces, dude.
Did you
Fuck
hear
you.
they released a list? They got like 12 actors and actresses that are going to just roll through the Academy Awards, like popping up.
Yeah, that's
What do you mean? They're not going to have...
They're not going to have a host.
I know they're not going to have a host, but there's going to be 12 different ones that are jumping
I don't
in.
know if 12 is the actual number, but it's going to be like, I'm going to think I think it was about 12 the last time I saw it.
That show's gonna die a hard death.
It should die like Miss America died. It's like, it's antiquated.
You know what? I don't
Bunch
even
of
care
bullshit.
about it anymore. I'd rather have the People's Choice Awards or even, what's the other one where they all pick each other?
Film actors.
Guild. Film actor. I like that one.
Yeah, Screen Actors
Screen
Guild.
Actors.
Screen actor.
SAG
I
Awards.
the SAG. I like them. The People's Choice. The Oscars are just for, I don't even know, old white men.
Yeah,
just
dude.
to fucking pick.
Well, it's like
I don't know. I
It's
don't
like
even know who
give
they
them
do.
a pat on the back. They're giving awards to shit that nobody gives a fuck about. I mean,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you either didn't see the movie or you could give 2 fucks of what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm pulling for Roma. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's like I don't even
Roma.
Yeah, what the
What's
fuck?
that?
Is that a
It's
pizza?
what I put on my tomato. It's
Yeah.
my tomatoes. that
I
put
still
on my
haven't even
pizza.
seen the trailer for that, but everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's the best movie ever, international or not."
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know. And I sound like a dullard, like a dullard when I go and like I don't like to read when I watch movies. You know, I sound like
I don't either. I don't.
I
either.
I actually didn't mind reading when I watched Narcos. I did not mind that at all.
No?
It kept me fucking. I'll tell
Is
you
there
what.
a lot of it in it?
Yeah, well, it's mostly subtitles. So it's like,
I'm not watching it. Then.
dude, I'm telling you though, like
You won't even read a fucking comic book.
it's
pictures.
It's interesting, and it like keeps you from looking at your fucking phone. So I was like way more sucked into it and bought into it by reading those subtitles.
And you've increased your vocabulary.
I guess my Spanish vocabulary. But yeah. By the way, Narcos is the shit.
Yeah.
All of them are.
You're all caught up, right?
I'm all of them. Yeah, I watched.
You watched
all.
all of them, even the Mexican one?
Yes.
Damn.
Good.
We were talking about it in the kitchen before you came over.
No, you're watching it now too?
I am. I'm not watching it. I got other stuff that I've been watching, but Jamie's hook, line, and sinker.
I was looking for. I was actually looking for it the other day. I could only find the Mexican one, but I didn't like search it.
It's well done.
I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah, I was in the mood that day actually.
Yeah. Well, you just rewatched Ant-Man and the Wasp. You said you really dug it.
I dug, dude. It was better the second time around.
Now I want to watch
Yeah, it's good. I watched it the other day. It was on
Yeah,
Netflix.
it's better than Ant-Man. It
Yeah.
really is. It just rolls smoother, and they just play it so well. Like you watched the other day when
He's in Mexican Narcos, the dude from Ant-Man 1.
Oh yeah, that guy's in.
Oh, Michael Pena?
Yeah, he's fucking
Really?
dude. He's good in it too.
Is he like? So first I got a piece of I got
No.
my cocaine, and then I walked
He
over.
plays.
and then my sister said,
we got to fact check that, but he plays a DEA agent. It was good.
"Oh, that's awesome."
No, but
he's talented, man.
Back
Yeah.
to Ant-Man and Wasp. I was talking to him the other day. You remember the scene where he was little and he's running through the halls of the school? And
Yes.
they did that music, and it made it work. The music
Okay,
they did
yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
I
I can't do it. I said, John, you got to go back and watch it, because
I'm down.
if they didn't do that little beat music or whatever they were doing, I don't think it would have been as good. But it like matched his steps, and it made it like a little cute little kid running down the hallway. It was funny.
See, that's why Marvel's.
The Marvel's Marvel. I just watched a thing on why Marvel does CG better than anybody else. They just know how to plug things in. They take every angle shot they possibly, because they were talking about the difference between Thanos and Beowulf, or what? Not Beowulf. Batman versus the Justice.
Oh yeah, the Doomsday.
Not Doomsday. He wasn't in it.
No, Doomsday was in Batman v Superman.
Not Doomsday.
I know who you're talking about. In Justice League.
In Justice League.
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf. That's
Yeah,
it.
I double checked it. It is. He was
It's Michael Pena.
Yeah, Michael Pena. Yeah, and he was good in it.
Yeah. Did it.
Yeah.
So
He's a good actor. He really
he's
is.
fantastic, and he's got a good range. Like he does comedy. He does.
Well, he
drama.
was
Dude, he
in-
played serious in this, and he was fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
He was in
That's cool.
Martian with Matt Damon.
That's right.
He was in it. Just
Matt
fucked
Damon.
around. He wasn't in like. But I'm trying to think.
He was
what-
in the ship, right? He was one of the astronauts.
yeah.
right?
I'm trying to think. There was a movie where he was a serious role. Damn it! What kind of just came out too? I can't remember.
That's all right. We got more box office.
Yeah, we got plenty of
Miss
shit.
Bala. No idea what this is, but it's number 4 or number 3 in the box office.
Yeah,
It's
I
from
don't give a
Sony.
fuck.
It's about almost $7 million.
Miss Bala.
Miss Bala. And then Aquaman still doing numbers.
No shit.
7 weeks in, $4 million, almost $5 million at the box office. And then, and I gotta say, we talked about this last week, but damn it if Jason Mamoa isn't living his best life.
Oh, dude.
I follow him on Instagram, dude. He just looks like he's having a blast.
Yeah,
Why live
not?
it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
love it. There's so many actors that make the big time, and you just seem like they're not enjoying themselves.
Totally, man.
It's like when Jennifer, what the fuck is her name?
Aniston?
Not Aniston. The
Garner?
girl. The girl who plays Mystique. God,
Lawrence.
Lawrence. When she finally got on the big, she was like taking selfies with people.
Yeah.
jumping in,
Totally.
Enjoying
she was
herself.
enjoying herself. I mean, fucking A, you made it,
She's
dude.
adorable, man. I saw her when she got nominated or she won for Silver Linings Playbook. I think that's what it was. I'm probably mistaken.
She won for that.
And then Jack Nicholson comes up behind her and he's like, says something, Jack, like you did a really good job, like something like that.
And probably grabbed her ass at the same time.
Well, I'm sure he thought about it, but she turned around and her reaction was just total starstruck.
Sure.
Like just, oh my God. That was like she freaked out a little bit. And it was adorable.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what you should be doing if you're taking the world by the balls and you're having that type of
That's
opportunity.
what he's doing, Jason Momoa.
Yes,
he's
exactly.
He has one of the biggest movies in the country or in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
He, it took him how many years to get to this point? It wasn't like he just was like
He's grateful and gracious.
Gracious, very gracious, because he's been in acting for over 15 years.
Yeah.
And nobody knows that because it's like these sci-fi B-rolls or Baywatch, which I didn't even know.
Well, I actually knew
Exactly.
because he was the other radio show that I used to listen to on Sirius.
O&A?
No, Jason Ellis. He used to work out with him, and he was like, he would like talk about like him, and he said like after like pretty much Game of Thrones, like he went through like the dude was like in like a lull, kind of like he was taking like
What's
shit,
my next move?
taking like shit rolls, and like even before Game of Thrones and stuff.
Well, that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying, before
And
Game of Thrones,
and
it was
he powered through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dude,
And now he's here.
Yeah, he powered through it. You know what I mean? He stuck to his course and he drove.
Hey, now he's here and he live it up, man. Love it.
Good.
Yeah,
You know what
his
I mean?
handle on Twitter is or on Instagram is Pride of the Gypsies.
Oh, I love it.
It's
dude.
a great. It's right. It's perfect.
Love it, dude.
So Aquaman,
Good for him.
right? I like when good things happen to seemingly good people. Aquaman number 4, and then Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I gotta catch that, man. I'm gonna wait till it comes out on demand, and I'll definitely catch it.
Yeah, it'll be a good time for sure. And that's at just over $4 million. And that's it for the box office. Shifting over, we had Super Bowl Sunday yesterday.
Really? Was there a game on? Was
Was
that
there-
was that what you call a game?
There was nothing super about that
No.
Sunday. As it should have been lukewarm Sunday.
Even though they call him the GOAT, that was probably one of the worst quarterback games for both sides.
Yeah.
In any Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Thank God.
Good for you.
You saved a lot of your life there.
Nah, I told you I didn't watch it on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and fucking.
You boycotted it.
I boycotted because
On principle?
the Saints. I hate that fucking team. Like, sorry,
You hate
to
the
all
Saints?
To all the Saints fans
Why
out
do you
there,
hate the Saints?
because the coach is a fucking dick. They're
Coach
bunch
is
of-
a dick.
and they're a
Yeah.
bunch of
Yeah.
dick. They're a bunch of dick bags. Fuck them.
He ran up the score on the Eagles in the 50 game one.
And before
He did
that too, on a side note, they're sitting there bitching that they got fucked over, which they did get fucked over. That's
Sure.
a fact. But if they rewind back when they went to the Super Bowl, the Vikings got fucked over.
Oh,
Did they really? I don't remember
the
that.
Vikings got fucked.
What happened?
They it was like some like bullshit ass fucking call where the Vikings should have won and went to the Super Bowl and the fucking Saints went in. If you remember, like it was like the
have to
whole
look
it was
it up.
after Katrina.
I remember, and
fucking-
everybody wanted them to go.
yeah, and it looks like it got pushed through. So fuck you. Well, anyway, the NFL seems like it's getting worse. Like the umpiring, the fucking
It's horrible.
it's gotten bad, dude. The calls are fucking ridiculous. They ruin the game, and just my thing is hit them where it hurts. I'm just not gonna fucking watch the bullshit. Fuck it. I don't really need to see it anyway, and I'm not even gonna put myself through watching that shit because the wrong team was there.
Yeah.
The wrong team was there.
No, I
Happens a lot,
totally
though.
agree.
What?
Happens a lot.
Too much.
Yeah.
That's my
But
point.
that was
though.
a blatant. I mean, I don't know if you saw it.
That's my point,
John.
though.
That was
What, the
total-
Saints game?
That was total pass
I don't remember it.
interference. You know the call. You didn't see the call.
I don't. I didn't
Yeah,
take
you're-
it. You guys are way more football.
It was blatant. I don't want to get into it too much, but it was bad. And there's been a lot of bad calls, like the Eagles Dallas game this year. The fucking guy fumbled the fucking football. We came up with it, but they said because we couldn't tell who actually picked up the ball. The guy walked out of the pile with it.
the Kansas City game.
It's like, dude.
The Kansas City game. It's
He
got
touched Brady's head, whipped at it. It was like a penalty.
He touched his fucking shoulder pads, and it's gotten bad.
Dude, I don't understand how Brady has such privilege to go and yell at the refs.
Dude,
Did he yell at the refs last night?
I saw a photo today.
He didn't yell at the refs, but he has in the past gotten up in their shit and it's like, it just seems like, yo, dude, these guys are the cops on the field, man. What are you getting in their face?
I want to go to him and be like, dude, Joe Montana's time, they were getting fucking clothesline back there as a quarterback.
Yes.
And he still won 4 Super Bowls. You get a fucking whiff and you're crying?
Yeah, and
Dude.
he walks out the
yoga
game
the
because
next
I
day.
saw a picture today, him fist bumping the fucking refs before the game.
No way. Wow.
Yeah, they probably do that all the time.
Come on,
As long as there was
dude.
no money in his hand.
It looks ridiculous.
They gave him some new pictures of Giselle.
I
That's
was
what he
thinking
did.
the same thing.
Yeah, it's fucking, dude, it's ridiculous. I just don't want to. I just don't even want to fucking watch it.
No, and you didn't miss anything. And you really didn't miss.
I didn't feel bad about it at all.
You didn't miss a good game.
The
It wasn't a
halftime show
barber.
sucked.
Yep.
You
And,
saw fucking Adam Levine with his shirt off. Whoop-de. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's getting a bunch of shit on the internet about his
Why,
tattoos.
dude? Like, I don't care about his tattoos, but dude, this is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Why do you need to take your shirt off, dude?
He's
And most of the people
expensive.
watch it are dudes. So what the fuck?
Well, it's the same. Maybe they were thinking, hey, if Jason Mamoa can bring girls to Aquaman, maybe
Yeah.
a shirtless Adam Levine can bring women to the
Yeah,
Super
well,
And
Bowl.
then one rapper I heard cursed the whole fucking time.
Oh, Big Boy or
Yeah, and they had to bleep it out on the TV.
Big
But what
Boy's
about
alright, though. He's from
what about all the
Outkast,
kids?
yeah.
What about all the kids that went to the goddamn game?
yeah. I mean,
It's tasteless, man. It's tasteless.
It was a lame show. It was a lame Super Bowl, I should say. And the show wasn't lame so much as it was just fine. I mean, you can't come off the heels of
What last year was?
of Beyonce or
Just JT.
or even or Prince. Holy shit! Like
Yeah.
Prince did the best halftime show I've ever seen ever.
That dude's fucking champion, dude.
Yeah, and I was like, and then it's like, you're gonna bring out Maroon 5?
Yeah, they're not going to really rev you up.
No,
I like them, but they don't like.
it's like, yeah, they're just,
but at
they're
this,
fine.
And like, I'm gonna defend them for a second here because at the beginning, before this, I'm with Stern on the fact that they shouldn't even have fucking done it. Like, they should have been offered that and just said, "Fuck you, I'm not doing it."
I completely agree.
Not only did they they said they were going to do it, and then they caught a bunch of shit. Like, if they're going to kneel at halftime, if they're not going to fucking kneel, and then there was like a whole
For the Kaepernick thing?
yeah, there was like a whole like thing for it, and then if they were going to do it, and then people were giving Gladys Knight shit for doing the show.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. What's the
Well, yeah. It's the same thing with Kevin Hart stepping away from.
Yeah,
the Oscars.
exactly.
He's like, this isn't worth it.
No, it's not.
Not my aggravation.
It's not worth it because I bet you Adam Levine woke up today and it's like, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. I should have just said fuck you to the whole fucking thing and just
Yeah.
not have done it. And it would have been no skin
They
off
ain't
his
going to
back.
do it again. I'll tell you that much.
Nope.
Yeah, and
the thing is, Adam Levine's a talented motherfucker.
oh, he is,
man.
and
But he's not like
he's
one of
good
those-
on the guitar too.
He's great,
Yeah.
but it's a different kind of a performance when you're doing the Super Bowl. It's not.
I'm gonna say
It's bigger.
it's
Yeah.
bigger, but I'm gonna say that he started at a point where it was already fucking the Super Bowl was already dead. People were in a fucking pissy mood probably
Yeah,
because
no,
the game
sure.
already fucking sucks. So they're looking for something to like blow your fucking mind. And you got, you know what I mean? You're starting off.
It was 3-3 in the middle of the fourth.
Yeah,
quarter.
you think people exactly. You're already bored, so you're already in a bad state of mind. You think like I don't care if Prince came out at that time, it probably wouldn't have been. You probably would have still been a little bit disappointed. You probably-
If Prince came out, that would have
But
been a
tell
game
me-
changer. If
but
he
if
came
he
out
came
from
out
the
from the
dead,
dead.
but I'm saying that what I'm saying is he probably could have came out and you probably would have picked something bad out. You know what I mean? At
I
that
don't think
point,
so, man.
I'm just saying it.
No, but I hear what you're saying, Jamie. I can appreciate where you're coming from too. That was a dead duck.
It is,
And
It's
there wasn't any amount of juice that could have been injected into that Super Bowl / halftime show. The whole thing that would have brought it back to life.
Jamie was saying before the show, it's like that Super Bowl. You said the ratings were piss poor.
That's what I hear. It was fucking piss poor. We should look that up. I
Yeah.
heard it wasn't good.
Couldn't have been. I mean, I turned it off. I got bored, and I'm a football guy. I was like, no, man, this shit's not happening.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they didn't. I matter of fact, I'm almost 1,000% sure that after halftime that people just vacated the premises.
Well, first of all, the Rams don't even have a fan base.
That's because California has too many fucking football teams,
and they just got there last year.
Well, it's not even. It's that, and the fact that it's like a town that's like a basketball only town. You know what I mean? Like that's.
But if it is football, it's college football.
Yeah, exactly. USC.
That's it. I mean, I've been out to California once, and you live there, John. People are just so transient. They don't fucking care. They like the team they came from.
Dude, it was barely a blip when San Diego left. When the Chargers left San Diego,
Super Bowl viewership falls to the lowest in a decade. An historically low scoring game.
Yeah,
Not to mention, game was bad. The fucking commercials were piss poor too. I don't understand why these guys would pay $6 million for or whatever it is for a 30-second slot and put that shit out there. The M&M's commercial was shit with what's her face, Christina Applegate. That was fucking horrible.
Yep.
Every car commercial was just like really.
It's the same old
stupid,
wash,
dude.
rinse, repeat. They had that. You know what was stupid? What was a really weird? There was a lot of weird commercials. Like
the Burger King one was weird.
Yeah, with Andy.
That was weird.
Andy Warhol.
That was totally weird.
I didn't get it. And like it seemed like there was a lot of desperation, like a lot of not like lack of creativity and desperation on the marketing side of these advertising companies that were putting together these commercials. Like, you know what? What's it? ASMR is. It's when the people whisper into the.
Yeah.
And they do the
talked
tapping.
about that. We actually talked about that.
Yeah, and they do the tapping and all that shit. So they did that one commercial with. What was it? Was it Pepsi or Coke? Or I forget what it was, but they did that commercial. They did just a lot of things that seemed like all they were snatching for were things that were trending on the internet, and then. The trouble with the internet is that it's so fleeting. If you're going to attach yourself to a trend on the internet, you might as well have that thing locked and loaded, identify it, produce it in a day, and then pump it out. Because
and even then, you still might be outdated.
Exactly, 100%, because it's gonna blow by you. The one commercial I thought was really good was the Deets Nuts.
Yeah, that
Greg Robinson.
That's the one you sent that I watched.
Yeah, that one I thought was funny.
Which one was that? Where
it's
the car was like the nut.
No, not the Mr. Peanut one.
Okay.
It's Dietz and Watson is making these like little
beef cubes or
beef
whatever.
cubes that are like, and they call them Dietz Nuts. Right?
That's funny.
It's hysterical, right? And so. But it's just Greg Robinson from The Office and from End of the World or This Is the End, and
I love that guy.
He's fantastic.
He's awesome in everything.
He's eating these things, and his buddy's next to him. I'm sure he's somebody famous that I just don't know. And he's like, "Hey, you want one of Deets Nuts like that?" And he goes, "How Deets Nuts taste?" or something like that. And it's just. His delivery he's comedy gold, man. Was perfect.
Whatever happened to the old like Budweiser frogs? All that shit was cool back then. I'm not saying to do that, but like things along those lines that were like memorable, funny, has a catch, something. It's just boring commercials.
It's lack of creativity.
Oh God,
it is. It's like lack of effort, lack of creativity,
or it's just they're so afraid of trying something new anymore because they just go what you say, go what's trending.
Well, we're inside. Yeah, well, that too. Right. We're inside a bubble too, so they gotta watch the sensitivity because that's fucking everybody's hypersensitive.
And I think that's why Maroon 5 was.
I guarantee that's why
they're
he did.
Safe.
I guarantee you that's why it was like that.
Yeah, and maybe Adam Levine was just trying to be like, I know they're trying to treat me like a piece of white toast.
Well, I'm sure he's gonna get like a $20 million payday for that. You know,
but I'm sure he's gonna go and start
for scratch.
No, that's what I'm saying. I guarantee he woke up the next morning and was like, I wish I didn't even do that. Yeah. It probably wasn't worth the fucking money.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, it was a Michelob Ultra, the one with the ASMR. It was some really attractive woman sitting in the middle of a lake, and she was doing the whispers and stuff like that. Stupid. And I'm like, and it's like when everything was said and done, it's like Michelob Ultra, or they're pouring the beer.
She went to a different mic.
Yeah,
it was,
and it's so niche as far as like a trend. What
about the dude?
Yeah, ooh, that bothered me, man.
It wasn't as
Dude's
good.
not drinking Stella Artois.
No.
The dude is drinking White Russians,
Yeah,
man.
and she had to have Sex in the City. What's her face? Because she usually drinks a Manhattan or whatever
Yeah,
it
it
is.
was lame, dude.
Yeah.
I heard they were coming out with a new.
No, that's what it
Lebowski.
was. That's what it was.
Oh, that was. Oh, so they teased it.
They teased
okay.
it a couple months ago with him in the outfit, and then it turned out to be a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah. The only other thing that was good was, in my mind, as far as commercials, was the 100th season of the NFL.
Oh, that commercial wasn't bad.
You know, I thought
Wasn't
that
bad.
was fun.
Tom Brady's like whole D's, and he pulled
That
off all
part
the
made
rings.
everybody angry, though.
No, I thought it was actually funny. I mean, he has fucking now 6.
Dude, I did like seeing like some of the matchups.
Yeah.
You know, watching.
Joe Montana threw a pass, got intercepted
you-
by Dion.
Yeah.
Who jacked Dion up?
I
didn't know
thought it was Howie Long, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I did see that commercial. I did see that one.
Yeah.
But the only thing that wasn't accurate is that ball that Franco grabbed that should have hit the ground.
Let's stop.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I didn't know who the little girl was. What the hell was that?
So she was, her and her dad started one of the first organized female football, Pee Wee League in the country.
Okay. Because I was like, who the
Yeah.
fuck is this girl?
Yeah, that's what that was from.
Yeah, I need more context for that
I know,
part. I was
right?
like, if you don't know what it is, it's not that cool. But if you do, I see how cool it is.
But I just thought that was done really well.
It was.
You
You didn't
know.
have the
Well-
commissioner in there, and it was,
Yeah.
probably most of
Good
those
old-
people in there will probably
Good
want to
Goodell.
shoot him.
Yeah, Goodell's a fucking tool bag.
$40 million a year.
Tell me how you really feel,
He's
man.
fucking ruining football like it's going out of style.
It's all about the money, man. It's all
He
about the money.
sucks at running that fucking NFL.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's
Terrible.
not in good shape.
He's running it into the fucking ground.
What do you think about the trailers that were released? I want to get into that.
So the trailers, right? Of course, they did. Marvel did its hits. You know, it did Endgame.
30-second beats, though.
Yes,
They were-
Endgame, Captain Marvel. What else was going on? It had
Like Robot Girl
They do a
thing.
Uh,
Spider-Man one?
Alita Battle Angel, man.
I didn't
I'm
see
still
that one.
excited about this.
Are you really? It seems kind of cheesy to me.
It's total. It's going to be total. It's going to be like Avatar. Avatar, very little story, a lot of digital spectacle. It's going to be like a glorified Saturday morning cartoon for me. I will pay a matinee price and go see that movie on the big screen because I think it's just going to be this visual extravaganza with a very probably predictable story. But I like Robert Rodriguez. James Cameron's got his fingerprints on it. He's not a great storyteller, but as far as writing a story, but he does tell a compelling visual story. So I'm interested in that.
Real quick, your boy Guillermo del Toro.
He's doing The Hobbit. No,
Dude,
just kidding.
no, he wrote that cartoon. I don't know if I talked about that on Netflix, Troll Hunters.
No.
And my son's
Oh, I
into
saw
it.
that.
Maddox is into
I
it.
didn't see it, but I saw it.
It's fucking good, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, my son's like, Maddox is into it like crazy. And I was watching, I was like,
Yeah, he's my favorite out of your three kids, right?
oh yeah, probably so. He's a goofball, that guy. But I was watching it.
It's nice to tell his dad which one's the favorite. You know?
Dude, I troll his wife on Facebook all the time. I was like, I like the middle one.
Yeah, he's always walking through people's houses with shades on and stuff like that.
He's going to be your little troublemaker, ain't he?
Yeah, probably. But we were watching it, and I was like, damn, this is good.
Yeah?
And then the next one queued up, and it's like, Troll Hunters by Guillermo del Toro. I was like, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
He's
why it's
talented.
good.
Well, speaking of which, they had the trailer of he's doing these ghost stories, which I think is going to be like a Tales from the Crypt only.
Oh, I saw that. That's the shit that he's going off the old Scary Stories book.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Is there a trailer for that?
Yeah.
I
There
saw
was.
that.
I saw that too.
It looks
Those were the
creepy as
shit
fuck.
back
They have a
in the day.
Twilight Zone 2 coming out.
Twilight Zone with Jordan Peele. He's going to take on the mantle.
I like Jordan Peele.
Yeah, so
I like
he
them
was-
too, but I don't know if you could ever go back there.
Yeah, Rod Serling, man, he was a maniac in the best creative way. But hey, I mean, that's good stuff. I don't know if people have grown past the Twilight Zone, because you got our modern day Twilight Zone was Black Mirror.
Yeah, Twilight Zone was good, and then Tales from the Crypt was good.
Yes,
the
on
Crypt
HBO
Keeper.
with the
yeah,
Crypt
that was the
Keeper.
shit, dude.
Yeah,
I never watched that one. I saw it.
who reminds me of the Crypt Keeper? Kellyanne Conway. I'm waiting for her to be like,
Pretty accurate.
I got to talk to you afterwards. There's about that guy that came out with behind the scenes of the Trump. He was a Trump employee. He was an intern or not, whatever.
He's a political insider.
He wrote a book. Did you hear about
recently?
that guy? Yeah, he left after like 500 days in the Trump White House, and he left, and he wrote a book about being behind the scenes, and he said Kellyanne Conway is a shark, man. Even to people in that White House, Trump put everybody against each other, and she was two-faced. You had to like really watch what she was doing, because she would like,
Yeah, she's surviving.
she was talking. She was like leaking stuff to the press, but then defending Trump at one point.
She's no dummy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just tell when she goes back and forth. It's just that when she goes back and forth in debates, she's the captain, the queen of the what? Well, yeah, but what about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about? Yeah, but what about? You know what I mean? And it's the deflection scenario. And
She's totally deflecting. Every time she's talking to her, somebody will come to her about how many people were at the Trump inauguration, and she'll be talking about something that had nothing to do with the inauguration. The guy will keep asking her questions about the inauguration. She'll talk about something else.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
like, what are you doing?
and she'll reset it and start to. She never takes her hand off the wheel. You know what I mean? As far as being able to have a control in the conversation. But anyway, we're getting into
We don't need to
politics
get
again.
into the politics thing. We
right.
keep talking about it.
So the Avengers Endgame trailer.
Loved it.
That's the money shot, man. You're right. You said it, Nick. It was like it wasn't a lot to chew on, but it set a tone.
Yeah, it's like I was telling you guys before. If you really, I forgot. I should have sent you the article, but this guy went like frame by frame with it. And if you see the scene with the Statue of Liberty, there's all these boats just floating around, like hundreds of boats just floating around. They show an empty Cubs Yankee Stadium, just empty. A lot of like, there's just like nowhere land. There's nobody anywhere because half the people in the world are gone.
Yeah.
And then the other half of the people are just trying to figure out how to deal with it. And in the one scene, Captain America seems like he's in a support group for it.
Yes, I did notice that.
Yeah, so it's like he's like talking about it, and then that's where you hear him at the end saying everybody else is just trying to move on, but it's like we can't or something.
I noticed
like
he
that.
straps on the old shield too.
Yeah, he
shaves the
does.
beard too.
He shaves the beard, so it's like you're just trying to piece everything together, and then you see Iron Man welding something, which is cool. It's like a flashback to the first Iron Man.
Yeah.
You know, where
With Nebula.
With Nebula in the background. So I guess he's on the ship or something like that. And I don't know, man. It's just, they still haven't shown. They showed Ant-Man a little bit with
War Machine, right?
War Machine, but it just had a dark undertone, and I like that. I mean, because fuck, dude, half the universe just got wiped out. You can't go in with an upbeat tone to this movie.
Yeah.
This has to be dark, or at least in the beginning stages, a third of the movie, where it's like, fuck everything. There's like no hope.
Yeah, and I wonder if if this is going to be a very. My guess. Let me take a step back. I'm hoping that, like, how are they going to do the after credit scenes for this?
Well, supposedly I read something on her after credit machine.
Captain Marvel's?
Yeah, I can't fucking remember what it was. Is her after credit scene will have something to do with after the Avengers, after Endgame? I don't know. I think it has something to do with after. But I have a theory about why Fury didn't hit her up the first time. Because in the Captain Marvel trailer, you see her fighting in space with against an armada or whatever. I think Fury's heard about, maybe she told him if there's an armada, any ships ever decide to come to Earth again, to hit us up, because he didn't know what was going on in Wakanda. He didn't know anything about the stones.
True.
So I think as soon as he heard, because in the after the Avengers trailer, I watched the Avengers the other day, Infinity War. He hit her as soon as he heard there was something in space. That's when he pulled out the beeper, when he heard all the ships in space.
Oh, is that what happened? I forget that part.
That's what happened. Because he didn't know what was going on in Wakanda.
Yeah, because they're just driving down the
And
road.
he didn't even know about Wakanda.
Yeah.
To be totally honest with you, Captain America is the only one that really knew about it, what they had there.
Yeah, that's true.
And did you know this fact? This is a little fact. Some fan said Nick Fury and Thor have not been in the same scene together since the first Avengers.
Really?
I didn't know that. It was just an article I just read.
That's a weird fact.
That's a weird fact.
It's weird that it happens.
Oh,
Because he's in every movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you think about it, like he wasn't.
He wasn't in Thor 2.
There really
he wasn't
a
in Thor
situation
3.
where he would be with him.
Maybe if they got back to when they all got back,
Yeah, because only the one movie
he
Nick
would be
Fury-
the Avengers. I mean, at the home base.
Because he was with Iron Man.
Yeah, that'd
and-
be it though. That'd be the only scenario. The
You know
rest
what-
of them, he wasn't.
Like when they reunited, and they're
Yeah.
like
You know,
and the general when they reunited with War Machine,
Yeah.
that would be a scenario. That would be the only opportunity.
That'd
though.
be the only opportunity. Yeah, if you think
Yeah.
about it.
That's
a
crazy.
nice little.
So
factoid.
nice. Some fan actually figured that out. I'm like,
That's a lot of time on your hands.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I just chilled about. I wasn't the fan. I'm telling you. I swear.
So the other thing they dropped. Speaking of Marvel, they dropped another Captain Marvel trailer.
Wasn't a fan of it.
It was nothing extra. It was
No.
a recut, maybe a couple. Of
It didn't
things.
even give a different undertone. It
Showed
was
more of
the
that
same shit.
space.
Yeah.
There was more in that clip I sent you guys the other day.
Yeah. But still, obviously, still stoked for that movie. We were talking about Jordan Peele earlier. He's doing a movie. He's like blowing up. He went from Key and Peele. Then he did.
Who's Jordan Peele?
He used. The comedy duo. They had a special
Jordan
on
Peele and Comedy Central.
Key and Peele on Comedy Central. They did skits and stuff like.
They're really good, actually.
They kind of had the unlucky task of coming in after Chappelle broke out, like stepped away from Comedy Central. So very talented, really great show, and he decided to go and write and direct Get Out.
He did. I saw the movie for the next movie coming out.
Us.
Dude, that's fucked up.
Yes.
That is, and then you get through the whole trailer. I hope they didn't spill the beans because it seems like it's them.
Yeah, there's some type of weird doppelganger, like creepy, and he's hosting Twilight Zone too. So it's it's going to be he's going to springboard off of the Get Out success, and he's just going to rock
Get
it
Out
this
was.
year.
I have to admit, man, I'm not a horror or that kind of. It really was good.
Yes,
it really
that was a
good.
good movie. Well deserved all the accolades.
Yeah.
The other thing that I saw, they did another clip of Toy Story 4. I am not crazy about.
Nah, it looks like
this
shit,
movie.
actually.
But Jordan and Peele, Key and Peele are in that. They're the two stuffed
But every
animals.
time we say it looks like bad, I thought Toy Story 3 wasn't going to be that great. And then
I
it
know.
turned out to be fucking good,
Yeah,
man.
Toy Story 3 was good.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to discount it because it always ceases to amaze me.
I'll
I
definitely
think
take
they
the
should have
kids
put
to
it.
see it.
Yeah, but I think they should have just put it down.
They you know what? They probably should have, but I'll wait to hold judgment on that one.
Yeah. Well, you guys have young kids, so
Yeah.
And Taylor's just starting to like movies.
yeah. I didn't mean the boys. I meant Ted.
But my boys, yeah, right, dude. You put a light in front of them, they're like,
Yeah.
And then the Alita Battle Angel. I saw that trailer. They actually put a little bit more.
why does she
more
have
on
like
that.
bug eyes? I don't understand.
She's a robot.
Okay, so
They were bigger. They actually redesigned her to where the special effects. They did like a test and were like, yeah, it's a little.
What could they
unnerving.
make her look more real with the eyes?
I don't think it was the point for her to look like a human. I think the point was that she was this.
So they
Battle bot.
can get all the way to that design, but they have to have bug eyes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't.
Well, you know what they're probably doing? They're probably going with some type of source material. Like I don't know
I
if this is
guess,
a
I don't
graphic
know.
novel or something like that.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. And then I know you guys are going to be really excited about Fast and the Furious presents
Yeah, it looks like
Hobbs and Shaw.
I like The Rock, though. I wouldn't go to the movies to see it. I wouldn't even rent it on demand. But if that shit popped up on TV,
Yeah.
and I had nothing to do, I'd fucking watch it.
I was never a Fast and Furious
Neither am
guy,
I.
but there's like you said, you're sitting down on a Sunday. You got a minute to chill. Maybe
I'm more into that than I am Fast and Furious because I don't like the whole. No offense, I like cars, not to the extent you do, but I thought the glorifying of what they did with cars in all those movies was horse shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like, but at the time, and
The first one was good. I'll give you the first one.
Well,
first one was great.
Even the second one, I would say that it gave you like an outlet that we didn't have before. Like it was like a mainstream vision, even though it was like way inaccurate. Like that's what I mean. Super fucking inaccurate. But it was like, oh, you know what? It shows you what I'm into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's superhero cars.
Yeah, and that's all it was. And that's why, like, it's like I say, it's a fucking guilty pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Total guilty
You have
pleasure.
to totally suspend your disbelief, because if you get dude, I was 17 years old. My brother's girlfriend, my older brother's girlfriend, let me borrow her Camaro at the time. We were late to go. Me and my buddy Dave were late to go to meet a bunch of people down at this boat. We were going to spend a day on a lake, and I hit these railroad tracks that had probably a 45-degree incline right before the track at about 60, and left the ground. Left the ground, like where my ass came off the seat a little bit, and then
Like Dukes of Hazzard kind of left it down?
And then we hit. I mean, we didn't nose down or anything like that. We hit pretty flat. But when we hit, it felt like every tooth in my head was going to fly out of my mouth. And my back felt like it compressed, like every vertebrae just shot down. And then when I was looking in the rearview mirror, I remember seeing this little glowing piece of metal. And I was like, man, that's strange. And I'm
That's strange. That's not the first thing I would have thought.
I'm driving.
There goes the engine. It's just like, that's strange.
I'm driving, and I get to the very next stoplight, and I'm like, I smell oil burning. I got a problem. Turns out when I hit, I grabbed the bolt that was holding on in the bottom of the oil pan, and just ripped it off like a superpowered claw. Just grabbed the metal and crunched it and peeled it right off. And as quickly as I poured the oil in, as quick as it was coming out. $400 later, I had to put a whole.
That's why these movies, like, I look at them and I'm like, there's no fucking way cars can do that shit.
You know how many Dukes of Hazzard cars there were back in the day? Hundreds.
There's a whole there was a whole junkyard of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, that's why I never really got into. Not to mention, I can't stand Vin Diesel.
Nobody else can either, because he's not in this movie.
Yeah. The Rock would make sure of that.
They weren't even original cast members. They were add-ons later. And now they got a whole nother franchise started. You know they're going to make movie after movie after movie.
It's funny how you see 2 years ago, Vin Diesel and The Rock had a falling out. But now The Rock's career is going like this, and Vin Diesel, you really don't see him too much.
The Rock's the hardest working man in show business. He's got that show Titans.
Oh, I know.
You know, he's got.
Although LeBron James is having a show just like it coming out soon. It's called
is
The
he?
Mile or something like that.
The Rock's way more charming than LeBron James.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Other than that, the only thing. Oh, you know what I wanted to mention right before we wrap this shindig up? No other commercials really. I mean, the commercials were bad. We covered that. And then we kind of hit on the highlights. They're doing, what else? Oh, I mentioned Guillermo del Toro is producing a film, the Scary Stories one. But the one thing I have been watching, and it is sci-fi. We mentioned this way back. It's a comic book turned to television series called Deadly Class, produced by the Russo brothers. And it's got Benedict Wong,
It's on the Sci-Fi Network?
It's on Sci-Fi. There are 3 episodes in or 4 episodes in.
Is it good?
It's good. I was telling Jamie earlier, it's got all the makings of something that Jamie would be into, which is set in 1987. It's a combination of The Breakfast Club and Harry Potter, only instead of magic, they're assassins.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and it's good. It's got great music.
God, send me that.
Yeah.
So I can.
I'll definitely
I do have a Star Wars. It's not really news, but they were interviewing Jon Favreau about the movie, and they were like talking the new.
Oh, The Mandalorian.
The new show, and he's like, "So how did you base this off of?" He goes, "I based it off. It has more like the original trilogy type feel to it." Ooh. So
and you can't lose there, obviously.
I mean, let me think. Let's go outside the box.
Yeah. Let me purposely make stuff that I don't want the audience to like. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, how about you put a great director in there and he knows what the fuck he's doing? Oh my God, imagine that.
Yeah.
We haven't done this in a while, guys.
Yeah. Let me take the first 3 films and then just set them on fire and then piss on them and then take a shit on them.
Yeah, and
And then tell the audience, like, that's why I did it. Just because of that.
And you're all a bunch of trolls for not liking it.
Yeah.
yeah, and then put in the cherry on top is have that be Carrie Fisher's legacy.
Yeah.
You cock.
He is.
Yeah. Mary Poppins of space.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for this week's episode of the Nick, Jon, and Jamie Show. Please be sure to subscribe to our show on iTunes and Google Play. We're also on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube. And if you're really digging the show, as always, subscribe to the show. That's always good. And give us some likes and some comments. We have very frail egos and we like the love. You can also follow us on Twitter at NJJ Show, Instagram at NJJ Show. And if you're on the Facebooks, we throw up a post every week to let everybody know that we're alive and well. And we just put out a new podcast. So once again, Jamie, I'm glad you're healthy and you're back.
Fucking A.
Let's all stay healthy.
I'll try.
Thanks again, everybody, and have an awesome week.